Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Wisdom. Today we're tasting something really interesting from Catoctin Distillery. It's a collaboration with a grotesque metal band you might know from the 90s and early 2000s. Stay with us.
All right, guys, welcome back to this episode of Whiskey Wisdom. If you haven't checked out our link tree below, please do so in the comments. It has links to all of our socials, all of our Twitters, all of our Instagrams, all those things. All of those things. This was discovered on Bourbon Hunt 4, I think.
So something.
Somewhere around there. And I picked it up. And I made the comment, like as a joke, I said, do you want to get some Gwar whiskey? What is this? They was like, hey, you want some Gwar Rye? What is this, dude? Look at this.
Catoctin? Cocktostin? What is that?
Growing up in the 80s and 90s, you know, I had friends that were really big in heavy metal, and a lot of them listened to Gwar. The only Gwar album I'm familiar with is one called This Toilet Earth. It has a couple songs on it that I like. And so but they had enough of an impact on me, and I hope this doesn't smell like This Toilet Earth. But hang on before you talk. But this had enough of an impact on me that when I saw the artwork, I immediately thought Gwar. So the branding they did clearly worked. Yeah. Because even, you know, from the 80s to now, I still saw it and was like, oh. But anyway, so somebody in the comments made... or said something about like they claimed it was only given at the distillery,
right,
and that we should go get it. So I was like, all right, I'll go back and get it. Apparently people collect these toppers. The only other thing I know about it is they did release, I believe, their first release last year, and it did so well they did like another X amount of barrels, I think 2,000 barrels, and re-released it this year. So this is the 2022 batch, and I bought 2 different toppers. And that's all I know.
We're going to try it.
Yeah, so this is, I think, Tennessee. Is that right?
Yep. No, Virginia. Sorry.
Is it Virginia?
Yes. Loudoun County, Virginia. So,
yeah, you're right.
Catoctin Distillery was opened in 2009, and they tout themselves as being the first distillery in Loudoun County since Prohibition.
Yeah, this is Purcellville, Virginia. 46% alcohol, so that's what, 92 proof?
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
Doing the math. 92 proof, 750 mil bottle. Pretty bottle. I mean, it caught our attention. We just assumed it was like...
This is called Ragnarok Rye.
Ragnarok Rye. So now before we get into this, I guess maybe we should say that we're typically not a fan of ryes, but who knows? Let's try it. There are a couple that we've run into that are okay. Wow, that really smells like a rye.
So it does, and I'm getting black licorice, big time.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Black licorice on the nose.
There's a little bit of... It's a cherry note that I'm detecting.
Okay.
But yeah, like one of those, like you get the little plastic things with a bunch of dehydrated fruit in it. It's like a dehydrated cherry.
A dried cherry?
Dried cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Like fruit.
Yeah. Cake. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's it. That's the note.
Black licorice and fruitcake.
All right. Cheers. Ooh, I don't like that.
No?
No.
I'm giving it a chance.
Oh, it got worse.
Definitely get the rye up front. Spicy. I do get a little cherry.
Man,
I'm not hating this.
That's got such a weird taste.
I'm not hating it.
This tastes like, man.
Give yourself a second.
All right, fine.
Fine. For a second.
I will give it a second chance.
There you go.
I think.
Keep an open mind.
My opinion will remain the same.
And an open palate.
This went straight to, there was like this sweetness that just nosedived into this really weird bitter note. And then I couldn't escape out of the bitter note. It's like you fall in like a pit of bitterness. And you're like, somebody help me. And then that unicorn from that movie where everyone's all worried because the kid dies. He's like, Atreyu. He's like, pull me out.
NeverEnding Story.
Yes, NeverEnding Story. Yeah. You get stuck in one of those pits and...
Where's the horse?
The horse won't pull. Yeah, and the horse won't pull. He was trying to pull the horse out. Yeah.
Every Gen Xer is crying right now. Yes, Arthax dies in the swamp, and it's sad, and everyone's crying.
Yeah, so that's like the pit of bitterness.
Okay.
That I'm falling in, and I can't get out.
Gotcha. I'm going in for number 2.
All right, fine. That's not good. No, not a fan. There's just a bitter spice. Look, I'm not a rye person, so I'll focus on trying to maybe give you guys notes. There is a definitely a pepper note, a serious bitter note, the smallest amount of sweet. This to me is like, I think ryes do this to me because you made fun of me. You said mold last time, but it's not mold. It's like the coffee filters and like coffee left in a coffee filter, and you like chew on like the wet grinds with the coffee filter. It's kind of like that taste, like that bitter, like
This might be the first time where you and I have a clear disagreement.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't dislike this. I think it's pleasant. Matt is correct. There is zero sweetness to this, or I mean 0.01 maybe if you want to be generous. This is bitterness and licorice and cherry and spice, a lot of spices, and I don't mean spicy like rye spice is there, but I'm thinking more baking spices. So the fruitcake carries through to me, and you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Ready?
Yeah.
I like fruitcake, so maybe that's why.
I do not get the fruitcake note coming through. I think the nose is more fruitcakey than the taste. I've gone now for 3 sips. I've almost finished the Glen, hoping to find something in it that I enjoy, and I just don't.
Maybe it's just a collector's item on your shelf, you know? So, yeah, that's the last thing I'd say about it is it's definitely not sweet. It is a rye, 100% licorice fruitcake.
A fruitcake that somebody dropped in a trash can with coffee grinds that are wet, and then they went in the middle of the 3 a.m., open the trash can and throw something else away, and they're like, ooh, fruitcake, and then they eat it. That's it, guys. I'm a pass. You're a buy.
Yep.
Cheers. See you guys on the next episode.